morning and welcome to CiCi's garden. I'm Cynthia and it is early. Sun is not even up this morning, but I didn't get to water my plants yesterday because I came home late, and so I wanted to get up really early this morning and come and water them so then they can kind of soak it in before the sun comes out. We have been in the high 70s, close to 80. So that means a lot more watering of the garden. So first, what I like to do when I come is to just check things and see how they survive through the night. See what is growing. I'll be able to show y'all better when the sun comes up, but I definitely have to bring some more netting for these peas, because look at these giant things. They are just stretching up so far. They're at the top, so I gotta put more netting so they can climb taller. It's nothing like getting in the garden early in the morning and just watching as things wake up. These are all my tomatoes. Nope, these are all my peppers. Tomatoes on my mind. Look at that. My Swiss chard didn't do anything for me all last year. Now all of a sudden, want to be nice to me. Inside here is all my little seedlings, which are getting so big. I'm gonna have to show y'all when the sun comes up. Wondering about this cabbage, if it's trying to bolt. It has got huge in the past couple days. Anyway, I will show y'all more of the garden after I go ahead and wet up stuff and get it ready for the sun to come up. Okay guys, I'm gonna give you, the sun has came up, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a early beginning of March garden tour of where I'm at. Hope you can hear me. The traffic is really busy right now, so yeah, let's get started. So like I was saying, with my peas, they need another trellis across there. Hey. They need another trellis across the top of there because they are growing up taller. These are sugar snap peas, and they are doing really good. Look at that. I don't know how tall they get before they start doing any blooms, but they're reaching up there. They're going to be at a second level. Now on this other side, these supposed to be in little bush peas, and they don't supposed to vine, right? And look at these things, they all going towards this, like they have their tendrils out and they're going towards them. Now look at this. This is my elephant garlic. Look how nice and beautiful they have came up. All right, I still have some brassicas. These are my collards. This one was the one that had got attacked, but I sprayed it down really good, and it's back, and I think I see some more aphids like right there. Look at that, because that leaf is kind of looking weird. Yep, they're back. These are a pain. And there's all types of aphids, and they can be different colors and everything. So these, I don't know if y'all can see them, but they look like little green little dots. These are all little insects that likes to attack your plants, and what it does is eats the cell walls of your plants and makes it really weak, and it turns this yellow color, and it just, you know, pretty much they suck in the juice out of the plant. Now what likes the aphids to do that is the ants, because the secretions that the aphids produce, or their poop or whatever, the ants like it because it's sweet. And so when you see a trail of ants, there's probably some aphids somewhere. So this leaf is gone. I'm gonna rinse it off and then put it in my compost. All right, so the rest of these are looking really good. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep some brassicas with our temperatures being in the 80s, but as soon as it gets too hot, I'm gonna pull all these leaves and I'm gonna plant something in this nice fertile ground. Okay, I'm gonna bring y'all back here. These are my seedlings. I still have some more inside, but these are the ones that graduated, and they didn't get to get in the ground, but they came outside. They are now officially, you know, big kids now. They can stay outside. I haven't left them in the elements. I have been having them in the little greenhouse, but during the day, I leave them out. Okay, so a lot of tomatoes. Here is a cucumber. This is for my friend Yvette. She wanted a start with cucumbers, so I have her this one, and I have some nasturtiums back there which are gonna have to get planted up. Here is my hibiscus. Now I got these hibiscus from the okra lady. I ordered these, and I know I've got to change them out of this container, so I'll be doing that soon because this gets really big, like a big bush. So we got some basil right here, some more tomatoes, watermelon, y'all. I'm going to have to get them in the ground really quick or in a container. You can also grow watermelons in containers. You do vertical growing, meaning you can use a tomato cage, you can use stakes. I usually stake up my watermelon. I do not let it run wild. I don't do that with my cucumbers. Any kind of melons, I don't let them run wild. Some people do. I don't have the space for that, so I do vertical grow. So all these watermelons will be getting in some containers until I have some space to put them in the ground. Now this is my kale. This is the kale that I winter sowed, and look, they're doing really good. I brung them out and put them in this container, and they're doing really, really good. So I'm happy about this. This is blue kale. This is a Dollar Tree Seeds. Dollar Tree Seeds. Also, guys, while we're up here and updating, look at my pepper. I know many were asking about how is my pepper going, how is it doing, because of, you know, me cutting the top off of it. It is doing wonderful. So down here is where I clipped it off, and now, just like people told me, it started doing 2 little side shoots. Now these 2 side shoots are going to branch off and make their own set of peppers. So it's going to be bigger and bushier. Look at that. You can tell it's already getting bushier than it was just from that one little stem. So definitely do this. It does work. I have seen it work with other people. I just haven't tried it myself. But yeah, now I have 2 sets of branches going off from where I had the one. So thank you for the ones that told me to do it. Okay. Over here is my wild blackberry bush, and this came from my grandma's house, and my grandma has passed, rest in peace. Now it's been almost 3 years, 3 or 4 years now, and yeah, so this came from her yard. And I know so many people was like, don't let it get nowhere, let it. I love blackberries, and if you're from the South, we love blackberries. We love finding them wild. We like them. Well, I can only speak for myself. We like them everywhere. If we can have a blackberry bush growing up, popping up anywhere, that's just snacks to walk around the yard and eat. So I'm not worrying about it if it gets all out of control and gets somewhere. I would love that. I mean, this one has thorns on the leaves and on the bush. So when I get the berries from this, I always wear gloves, because if not, this thing will tear you up trying to get its berries. But yeah, I'm not worried about it being invasive in Texas, over here in the South. All right, this here is my thornless blackberry bush. I got this from Lowe's last year, and this year it's supposed to do something, because last year it doesn't, and then the next year, and look at all these little notches. Now I don't know if these notches are going to be flowers, leaves, I don't know, but it has a lot of notches on it. This is my cherry plum tree. My uncle gave me this last year. We had that horrible flood. I don't know if this is going to produce, because it was in the backyard and it took on a lot of water. So I still have it here, and we're just praying that it produce, because see, like those little notches, I'm hoping that they will pop out some leaves. Can y'all see that? All right, this is called Momentum Bush Bean. This is a green bean, and only one came up. I need to plant some more, but only one of these came up, so I put it in its own container. This is one of the pumpkins. I had Jack be little, so these are going to be like little hand-sized pumpkins, little personal pumpkins. And so I have this one here. I have another one. Now, the funny thing is, do y'all see all the little seedlings that's popping up down there? That's what happens when you reuse soil, and I'm good for that, reusing soil in other places. And what happens is that other little things wind up, they decide they want to grow. They didn't want to grow at the time they're supposed to, but now they want to grow. Here is butterfly bee mix flowers. So they're getting ready to bloom. Look at that little one. Look. They're gonna get ready to bloom. The bees and the butterflies will love them. My rosemary, the leaves are coming in thicker. I'm excited about that. Oh guys, let me show you. So this was my last of my winter sowing jug that I have. I will be definitely doing more winter sowing. I'm so excited about this. I didn't know about this until this year, so I will be doing this again, but I want to show y'all. Look inside there. Can y'all see? There is some longhorn okra growing in here. Some huge okra. Like the okra is going to be long like this jug right here. They're very, very long. And they're gonna be wonderful. I got that from one of my friends. She has a YouTube channel called It's Me Angie, and she sent me them from Mississippi. Look at this beautifulness here. Now another thing, this is lemongrass, and a lot of people say you know, it need to be in a container. I don't care if this stuff grows all in the yard. I could have a whole lemongrass yard. That's how much I love it. And I will be chopping it and drinking the tea from this. I'm going to do a video when this gets a little bit bigger of me making tea. If you've never had lemongrass tea, oh my goodness, it's good for your digestive. It just makes you feel good. It's like one of them pure teas. Okay, so here's the other items that I have. These okra, I grew those, winter sowed those. These are the Louisiana green velvet okra. These okra are so nice. I like them more than the crimson spineless. I like these better. They do get quite big and they won't stay in here. I will have to transplant them. I do transplant my okra. I don't put them in the seeds. I start them from starts in the ground. But they're gonna be beautiful, and y'all gonna be excited the way these okra look. I love them. All right, here is some basil that I started from seed. Here's some more of the watermelon. I'm gonna probably wind up giving some watermelons away. These are all sugar baby watermelons. I like small personal watermelons to give to people. And I don't eat watermelon, but my family does, everybody do. And so I grow them. This is some baby lemongrass that's coming up. These were from seed. And I can't wait till they get big enough so I can drink them. Up here on the top, these are all peppers. Now, I know some of them are marked, like the ancho poblano pepper. I have those marked on different containers. The ones that are not marked, that is the ones I do not remember what they are. So that's where we're gonna be playing guess a pepper. So, yeah. Here is my Tom Thumb lettuce. This was also winter sowed, and then after they got a little bigger, I put them in this pan. They're doing pretty good. This is my Swiss chard from last year that did not want to give me anything. It looked like it was going to die, and now this year, look at it, it's rainbow Swiss chard. So as you can see the bottom of this, there's red there, there's yellow right here, but I guess it's wanted to grow this year. So all right, moving on, we have my potatoes. I need to put some more water in there. I feel like it's a little dry down there, but these are my potatoes. And we'll see if we get some potatoes. Last year I got 5 little baby ones, but they were so good. And yes, I add some butter, some garlic. I cooked them up and I had me a little feast with those. Here's the cucumbers, y'all. So I know there were skeptics or maybe you just haven't seen that people can grow cucumbers from seeds, and not in the ground but in containers, and then transplant them into the ground. It works, y'all. It works. So don't be discouraged. You can buy cucumber starts at the store, so, and they're not put straight into the ground, you know. So anyway, I have been doing gardening for 6 years, and I have been doing cucumbers for some years now, and this works for me. I can't say it's gonna work for everyone, but this has been my method I use. I start them from seed indoors, and then as soon as it warms up enough, I put them in the ground and they flourish. So we're gonna have some cucumbers, y'all. We definitely gonna have some cucumbers. But yeah, I'd move this trellis, as you've seen, because it was just way too far over here for them to reach. They were wanting to go over to a closer thing. So I just moved the stake over so they can have something to climb. I know I will have to put extra up here. It's going to get tall. It is going to get tall. So, but as you can see, my cucumbers are doing very good. They're doing good. I'm still pulling off these little babies when they come. Even though they're getting bigger, they're still not big enough to be producing any good fruit. I want them to get larger, roots deeper. Let's come over here to our little brassica bed. This is a cabbage. I don't know what this cabbage is doing. It's like spreading out big instead of curling up like it needs to. So this is this. In between here, this is collard green. This is the one that got attacked by the aphids so bad. Now it's coming back beautifully. And I am seeing aphids on my cabbage over there. So I'm gonna have to spray this down with the hose really, really good. And that's my issue I've been having lately with aphids, because they're like, oh yes, she still has winter greens out for us to eat. These are the turnip green tops. Now they do not produce turnips. They only produce the tops of them, which is really good. I don't like turnips, but I like the greens of it. So they are growing. All right, guys, here's my corn update. Let me show you my corn. They look nice. I know I have heard so much. It has been corn conversation. I understand that everyone and their mama and daddy has a way that they grow corn. And this is my second year growing corn. And this works for me. That's all I'm gonna say. This works for me. The spacing is fine. It'll do good. You can cram them all up together, but you can also separate them out. I do have beans coming up next to them. There is a 3-sister method that you can do, where you have your corn and you have your green beans that go up the corn stalk, so pole beans, and then you have squash down below, so then it covers the ground. Well, I decided just to do the beans and the corn by themselves over here. I'm still debating if I want to put something ground cover wise or no. All right, but as you can see, my corn is doing very good. Here are my mammoth sunflowers. That sunflower, I'm glad I didn't get rid of it. It is now doing good. But these are mammoth sunflowers, and this here is sage. All right, let's turn over here. This is my winter squash. I have it uncovered right now, but during the day and the rest of the time I have it covered because the squash vine borer is anyway, he hasn't came yet. I've been watching my plants. I know some people have said, oh, look at the bee. Y'all look, you see him on the sign? Oh, he's drinking the water from off the sign. Anyway, they said to let it root, you know, in different spots, so when the squash vine borer comes for it, that, you know, it'll still continue to grow, which I'm just gonna have to watch and see. I'm thinking about putting those little netting covers over each individual one, and maybe that will help as well. I don't know, something I need to do. I don't want to lose them. Here is my what kind of green beans are these? Some kind of green beans. Oh, big kahuna green beans. I have 3 of those. This is my onion patch here, and I watered this morning, so my beets are laying all out. They'll perk up back up. But I have garlic in here as well, so garlic and onions in here. And thank you, Miss Shirley from T-Nog, from the New Orleans gardener, because I asked her about my onions, how far I needed to, and she said about a pinky length. You know, that's what she does to give it space for it to get a nice big bulb. So I spread them out. I do have some multiplying onions in here as well, so like this will be a multiplying onion. I think this one is as well. So they do form a group of them. And yeah, I'm thankful. Thank you for doing that and letting me know. This is my corn. These 2 corns over here, I'm gonna have to pull up. I was just being optimistic, hoping that they would be fine. I don't know if it's just too strong over here with the onions. I don't know if you can plant corn with onions. I think not. But they're not doing good over here. So I'm gonna pull them because they're just looking wimpy. They're like, no, we cannot stand the onions or the garlic. All right. Trying to see what else is left, y'all. I think that's pretty much the garden tour.